Okay, guys. Just under 4 minutes before we kick class off. So if you're ready lying down on your backs, that's great. It's a really good way to start. And if you're just coming into the room, making your way onto your back, allowing the legs to be long, the abdomen loose. Just allowing the belly to move freely and allow the breath to fill the belly on the inhalation. And on the exhalation, a gentle, soft release. Abdomen falling back towards the spine. Feeling the rise and fall of the chest. And the eyes are closed. Feeling that deep connection with the breath. And as people come into the room, into the class, we'll all end up lying on our backs and beginning the class from that place of trustful surrender. Place where we can fall into the intimacy within ourselves, our connection to our version of God, our higher power, the universal love that surrounds us all. Allow the gaze to be internal with the eyes closed. And feeling a sense of completeness within yourself. That there are cycles of change in our life. And as we transition from summer to fall, that there's a sense of completion as we move on to the next new opening, the new beginning in our life. Having come full circle in one cycle and releasing and moving forward into a new cycle. Just like the waves of breath in and out of our body, we ride the rhythms of time and season the same way we ride the breath. If you're just coming into the room, class has officially started. Making your way onto your backs because we're going to start there. Allowing the eyes to be closed and falling into the breath. Whether you've been lying down or you're just starting, staying in that place of trustful surrender or beginning with smooth, subtle breath from a place of surrendered rest and relaxation, trusting what's inside and ultimately trusting what's outside. Couple more rounds of breath here. And on the next exhalation, you'll curl the knees into the chest, wrapping the hands around the shins. And a gentle little rock side to side, just a light little massage, loosening of the hips. Massaging the low back, just swaying the hips. And then coming to center. And then a little rock forward to back. And you can roll right up to an upright seat, getting there the best way you can, coming on up, getting a blanket or a block underneath of you if you like, or sitting right to the floor. And then the palms coming right to heart center. And we'll begin class as we always do with Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, the Adi mantra. Ong Namo meaning that we bow to the creative consciousness. Gurudev Namo, that we bow to the teacher, the beloved wisdom within. And this is what we're saying. Big inhale all together. Inhale all the way. And an exhale all the way out. And then an inhale tunes us in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgre Name, Jugatgre Name. I did it again. I jumped to the other class. Don't do that one. Just a big inhale all the way in. Draw the breath in. Hold the breath at the top. Keep the breath. Set your intention. And exhale, releasing the breath and your intention out into the room. That way you're building the environment inside and the environment outside that we'll practice in today. Beautiful. Allowing the eyes to blink open, we're going to start with spinal flex. So we're coming off of whatever blanket or block that we're on, forward, flat onto the ground. And we're going to start with the hands onto the shins. And a nice gentle motion to start, right? Soft and steady with the breath. We're going to inhale as the pelvis tilts forward, the heart comes forward. And then exhale, the pelvis tilts back, the heart rounds back. In to out, in to out. Keeping the head parallel by a slight little tuck of the chin. So the head doesn't flail up and down with this motion. We want to isolate the length of the spine between tailbone and collarbones. There we go. And that little tuck of the chin keeps the head stable and steady. And then as you get used to the motion, as you feel the rock in the pelvis, loosening through the low spine and the connection of the low spine to the hips, you can get a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. The breath gets a little bit more audible as you're drawing it in a little bit deeper. Great practice here to loosen and warm up. And at the same time, begin to strengthen those spinal erectors along all the vertebrae of the low spine. Nice and steady here. Staying with the motion. You're going to take the hands, slide them out onto the knees, and keep the motion going. Nice and steady. Hands on the knees. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round it back. A little higher up in the chest here as the thoracic spine can move a little bit more freely with the hands out wide onto the knees. Five, four, three, two, and one. Big inhale. Draw the breath in all the way. Full breath. Hold the breath at the top of the inhalation just for a moment. And then a smooth, slow release out of the nose, keeping the upward lift in the body, releasing the breath. Inhale, the hands wide out and up. And then on an exhale, the hands come resting on the shoulders or as close to them as they can. Elbows stay wide, and we're going to do spinal twist. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Little twists, little puffs of air. Keeping the elbows at shoulder height as best you can. Five, four, three, two, and one. Inhale, center. Draw the breath in nice and deep. And then slow. Exhale. Thumb and first finger touch. The other fingers extend away. Palms face up on the knees or thighs. And just feel into the breath for a moment. Just notice the little subtle shifts that occur as we move with the breath. And begin to warm up the body in this way. And allowing the eyes to blink open. If you have a kitty cat on the mat, you can slightly move your kitty cat so she can be somewhere else. Then we're going to let the left leg go long. The right leg is going to bend at the knee. Sole of the right foot into the inner left thigh. If that right knee is super high, get a block or a blanket underneath that right knee just to bring the floor up to the knee. Have it nice and supported. We're going to inhale the left hand high. And then exhale, we're going to reach forward, grabbing the left big toe or somewhere on the leg where we can. Then inhale, right hand high, gaze looks towards the right hand. And then exhale, fold, bringing that right hand towards or on the left hand, folding in. Inhale, we're going to rise up, that right hand back behind us, opening the whole right side as we reach up and over. And then exhale, folding. Moving with your breath now, you have the motion. Inhale, gaze follows that right hand as it rises and reaches back. And then exhale, fold. Curl the head and neck down, completely surrender. Inhale. And exhale, moving with your breath. Nice and steady, the whole body breathing. Keep it going for 3. For 2. And for one, inhale that backhand high to the sky, gaze looks up, and then on an exhale, you're going to wrap that backhand behind your back, palm facing out, reaching around the waist as far as you can, sitting upright in the spine, heart is broad, and then the gaze looks back over that right shoulder, keeping a grip where you have it on the left leg. And then long, deep breathing here as you land in your twist. If you have the space in your body, you're wrapping that right hand all the way around the waist and tucking the right palm in to the inner left thigh. Not everybody's going to get there. Most people won't. Staying nice and steady wherever you are in your practice. Keep rising up in the heart, broad and open in the collarbones, and keep turning a little bit more in the twist as the body opens up as an invitation to go deeper rather than a force. Soften in the hips, rise up in the heart. There you go. And breathe. Nice steady breath. Beautiful. Inhale that right hand high. And now exhale, take the right hand over, grabbing that left big toe and fold. Take the left hand, it can go on the outer side of the left foot, or left leg rather, and then fold where you can be in your body. Breathe. Release the head down, long neck. Couple rounds of breath here. Release the underside of the left leg. And an inhale sits us upright, nice and tall. And an exhale, that right leg goes long, that left leg comes in, bending at the left knee, sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale, reaching down to the right big toe if you can reach. If not, somewhere along the leg that you can. Inhale, left hand high, gaze looks back. Exhale, folding that left arm towards the right hand or on it if you can reach. Everybody's body's different. This side is different than the first. And then fall into your movement and your breathing. Eyes can be closed. And you're in your body with your breath. It's entirely your movement, your practice. As you inhale, you're getting longer, opening through the heart. And as you exhale, you're folding, bringing that left hand towards the right or on it. Head and neck release down towards the shin of the right leg. Inhale, opening and length. Exhale, surrender and release. And then find your pace. Make it entirely yours. Gaze follows the left hand as it moves. Just getting a little rotation in the neck here, preparing for the twist that we're going to go into. Just for 3, nice and steady. Stay with it. Long, deep breath. Inhale that left arm high. And on an exhale, wrapping that left arm behind you, left palm faces away. Nice and tall, broad open heart, keeping the grip on the big toe of the right foot if you can, or anywhere on that leg that makes sense for you. And then gaze looks back over that left shoulder. Smooth, steady breath. Be in the twist, release the hips. Keep the heart high, collarbones broad. Gaze looking back behind that left shoulder. Long, steady breath. So steady. Keep working the heart higher. Keep working a little bit deeper into the twist as you can, not through force, through the subtle welcoming of more rotation, that the body is opening and softening and inviting you into a deeper expression of the pose. And an inhale, taking that left hand high. And then exhale, the left hand comes over, grabbing the big toe if you can reach. I can't on this side. So then the hand lands somewhere on the leg. And fold and breathe. Right hand rests next to the right leg. And fold, surrender and breathe. Releasing the underside of the right leg. Try to remove any force, any pushing in your body. Find that edge that you can reach comfortably and then settle in. And an inhale brings us upright. And an exhale, the hands go slightly behind us, fingers placed facing out, both legs long, and a little windshield wiper of the legs there. And a little up and down of the knees. We'll lift the knees, cross the ankles, and then roll right over into our cat-cow position, tabletop, hands and knees. Palms down or fists down. If your wrists bother you in any way, fists are always a better option here. Inhale, belly down, nice and loose towards the floor. Exhale, round it back. In, belly down. Exhale, round it back. Smooth and steady as you go. The inhalation, the belly distends towards the floor, diaphragm drops, full breath into the lungs. The exhale, you'll round back, sending the shoulder blades back and open as you push the floor away with your palms or fists, just getting that little extra bit of space between the back of the heart. Inhale, the diaphragm drops, belly distends. Exhale, navel pulls back, diaphragm lifts, push the floor away. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, neutral. And exhale, taking the hips back towards the heels. Little push into the palms, send the hips back. Little wag in the tail. Inhale, rising up, hands and knees. And exhale, send it back one more time. Little wag in the tail when you get there. Inhale, rising up, full breath. Exhale, send it back. This time we're going to stay. Little wag in the tail. And then release forearms to the ground, forehead to the ground, bringing everything to the floor. Finding our child's pose, couple rounds of breath here. Nice and easy. You can lift the head slightly, keep the gaze looking down. We're going to walk the hands off the mat to the right. And then dropping the left forearm to the ground, left elbow, right forearm to the ground, right elbow, and then forehead. And then breathing nice and smoothly, filling that left side lung. And feeling the opening in the intercostals. Feel the breath get up under the armpit. Smooth, steady breath. Long, deep breathing. Release the hips. Let the hips go. Any grip in the hips, let that subside with the breath. Creating a lot of length and opening in the body right from the beginning. And an inhale, slight lift of the head, gaze stays looking down. And then exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, center, maybe you give a little push back of the hips. And then exhale, taking the hands off and over to the left side. Right forearm coming to the ground, right elbow to the ground. Left forearm, left elbow, and then head. And then long, deep breathing into the right side body, filling that right lung, opening up from the inside. Nice, smooth, steady, long, deep breath. Releasing any grip in the hips. Smooth, steady breath. And then inhale, lifting the head slightly. Gaze stays down as you exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, send the hips back, pushing into the palms. And then exhale even further. Send the palms into the ground, push the hips back, little wag of the tail. And then inhale, coming up to hands and knees. And exhaling deeply and completely there. We're going to inhale, stepping the left foot forward. And then keeping the hands framing that left foot, we're going to exhale, just sinking into the hips. Breathing here. If you like a block, you can get a little bit higher up just to give yourself some more space. Block on either side. You can go onto your knuckles. You can go onto your fingertips. Anywhere where you can find release and ease here. Just a nice opening through that right hip flexor. Deepening that left hip crease. You can keep the gaze looking down rather than looking forward. That's going to kink the neck a little bit, so keep the gaze down. Now curl the toes of the right foot under. Let that right heel be high. And we're going to inhale, rise up, hands high. And then on an exhale, right hand comes over onto the left knee and sink into the hips. Inhale there. Exhale, sink into the hips a little further, get a little bit more twist. You can use that back foot with the toes curled under, kick into the toes, and it will help you kick forward into your twist. Just going to open that right hip flexor a little bit more, using the leverage of those right tucked under toes. Beautiful. Each inhale, a little bit more openness and length in the heart center and the spine. And each exhale, a little bit more twist. Inhale, coming back to center, hands high. Exhale, bringing the hands down inside that left foot. And then bring that left leg back to center. You're in your tabletop pose. Inhale, step that right foot forward. And exhale, sink into the hips, hands on either side of that front right leg. And breathe here, keep the gaze looking down, same thing that we did on the other side. Rounds of breath here. Find the ease before we go anywhere else. Be with the breath. Curling those left toes under. That left heel is high. Inhale, both hands high. And then exhale, left hand over onto the right knee, sinking into the hips. Inhale, up the midline of the spine, full beautiful breath. And on the exhale, as the navel pulls back, we can get a little bit more twist. Using the leverage of those back curled under toes to get a little bit further as needed. You can play around with that leverage, see what it does. As I push into my toes, I open up that left hip flexor a little bit more. And then there needs to be an adjustment in the twist. Breathing. Inhale, hands high. And then exhale, hands coming to the inside of that right foot, bringing that left knee, that right knee back to center, finding our tabletop. Inhale, deeply and completely here. Exhale, sending the hips back down towards the heels. Little wag of the tail. And then the forearms come to the ground, forehead comes to the ground again. And we're going to do a little motion here through the waist, making little U's with the tailbone. So we're going to inhale, the hips to the right and slightly up. And we're going to exhale through center to the left and slightly up. Inhale through center like little U's with your tailbone on the floor. Inhaling to the right and slightly up. Exhaling to the left and slightly up. Moving with your breath. Feeling all the connective musculature that goes into this motion in the hips and pelvis. It's small, it's micro motions. It's not a really big motion at all. You don't need a lot here. You're really just tuning in to what we just opened and how it works as you move here. Last inhale to the right. And an exhale, center. Inhale, we rise back to our tabletop. And exhale there. Beautiful. More spinal erector strength here. Inhaling, right arm up, parallel to the floor. Left leg up, parallel to the floor. Left foot is flexed. Right arm is reaching into the fingertips. Exhale, bring it down. And switch sides. Inhale. And exhale, reaching the fingertips away from the heel. Inhale, opposite side. Exhale, bring it down. Opposite arm, opposite leg, side to side with the breath. Working the core, working the trunk, everything working together with the breath. Breath and body moving in unison as one. No rush in the breath, no hurry in the body. Just for 5, steady as she goes. 4. For 3, 2, and 1. Last inhale. And exhale, bring it to the floor. Inhale there. And exhale there. Gaze looks up to the front of the mat. We're going to step the left leg up. And inhale, step the right leg up. Coming up, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, full forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, we're going to rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center, and we'll move half suryas to begin. Inhale, hands up, gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, full forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, full surrender towards the floor. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands up, gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, full forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift, broad open heart. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands land at heart center. Inhale, hands rise, gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, full forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift, broad open heart. Exhale, full forward fold. In, we rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart center, and we go on. Inhale, hands rise, palms touch. Exhale, full forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift, broad open heart. Exhale, hands plant, stepping the right foot all the way back, giant step, right knee comes to the ground. Inhale, hands rise, gaze up, back bend. Exhale, we're going to frame that front foot, left slides back, belly comes down to the floor. Smooth transition to the belly. Inhale, we're going to find that baby cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, we're going to rise to hands and knees. Exhale, push it back, child's pose. Inhale, we're going to bring that left foot forward. Exhale, there, we're going to sink into the hips. Inhale, gaze comes up. Hands high, back bend. Exhale, we'll frame. Inhale, step up, half lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands rise, gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, full forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift, broad open heart, straighten the knees as you can. Exhale, hands plant, taking that giant step back with the left foot this time. Knee comes down to the floor. Inhale, hands high, gaze up, back bend. Exhale, frame that front right foot, right slides back, belly comes down to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Inhale, stepping up with that right foot. Exhale, sink into the hips. Inhale, hands high, gaze up. Exhale, frame that front foot. Inhale, step up, half lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands rise, gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, full forward fold. In half lift. Fold. Hands plant, right steps back, right knee down. Inhale, hands high, back bend as you sink into the hips, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, frame that front left foot. Left slides back, belly comes down all the way to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, left steps up. Exhale, sink into the hips. Inhale, gaze up, palms up, back bend. Exhale, frame that front foot. Inhale, steps us up, half lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands rise, palms touch. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And on an exhale, hands plant. Left foot steps back, left knee to the ground. Inhale, hands high, gaze up, back bend. And exhale, we frame that front foot, right slides back, belly comes down. Inhale, baby cobra, slight back bend, tuck of the chin. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, table. Exhale, child. Inhale, right steps up. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, gaze up, back bend. Exhale, we frame. Inhale, step it up, half lift, broad open heart. Exhale, down we go to the fold. In we rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. And a round of breath Inhaling. And exhaling. Normal breath. Feel into the body. Feel into the breath. Be aware of what you've built. Feel into the yoga as it happens. Beautiful. We're going to move into a standing balancing pose. So if you know you need to go to a wall for standing balancing, make sure you go to a wall. And we're going to start off on our right foot. So you're going to want the wall on your left side as a support. All the weight in the left standing foot. We're going to lift that right knee up, grabbing the right knee with the right hand. Left hand can go out to the left, and you can breathe here. Keeping that right foot flexed, you can stay just as you are right here. Or to go further, you're going to take that right knee out to the right. As you look, gaze off to the left, over that left hand. And then steady breath there. Inhale, gaze back to center, knee back to center. Exhale, let it down, hands to the hips. Feet are about hips width distance apart. And a little hula hoop, nice and smooth. Big juicy hula hoops. And then reverse, going in the opposite direction, hula hoop that way. Let it out. Move in the way that you feel like you want to move. Maybe that's not even a hula hoop right now. Make your motion. And bringing it to stillness. Making your way over to the other wall if you need it. Or flipping around so your right hand is now being supported by the wall. All the weight into the right standing foot. Ground down into that right foot. That left knee comes up. Left foot is flexed. Left hand grabs the left knee. Right hand out to the right. And you can stay and breathe here. Smooth, steady breath. This is enough. This is a great balance. You want to take it further, you're going to externally rotate that left hip out, taking that left knee out to the left. Gaze turns as well if you like, looking out and over that right hand. Breathing, always breathing. Being in touch with your breath really helps the balance. Beautiful work, guys. Inhale brings us back to center. Exhale, we bring it down. Hands to the hips. And this time a little jiggle shake. Little jiggle shake. Little jiggle shake. Little jiggle shake. And we're going to shake, shake, shake. Beautiful. Jiggle it down. Jiggle it up. Jiggle it down. Jiggle it up. And jiggle it down. And then jiggle it up. And then let the hands come by your sides and jiggle the whole body. Little bounce in the knees, little jiggle in the hands, little jiggle in the chest. Just jiggle it out. Shake the shoulders. Shake it out. Shake it out. Moving the lymph. This is so good for the body. You don't have to stay in one place. You can jump all around your mat. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Shake it out. Shake it out. Just for 10, 9. Shake it out. 7, 6. 5, go, 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 go. Jiggle it out, jiggle it out. 3, 2, and 1. Feet land, palms face forward, eyes closed. Feel into the body, feel into the breath. Beautiful. A little bit of shaking does us some good. Finding yourself to the front of your mat again. Inhale, hands high, palms touch. Exhale, full forward fold. Bring it down. Inhale, half lift, broad open heart. Exhale, hands plant. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back. Knees are going to come to the ground. As the knees come to the ground, we're going to cross one ankle over the other. You can pick. And we're going to roll over the ankles. Legs come out nice and long. Hands are going to go about a foot behind the waist, fingertips pointing out. Bending the knees, soles of the feet on the floor, and then a little side to side, nice and loose through the legs. We're going to be moving into a twist. This is a really good twist, especially before we bring it down to Shavasana. One more last rinsing, clearing the way. Nice and loose in the hips, like really, really loose. Like you're not gripping in the hips at all. It's so loose. Legs swaying from side to side. Beautiful. And now, as your legs come to the right, both knees land on each other to the right, we're going to twist and we're going to turn and we're going to have our hands on either side of the mat, framing the chest, and then long, deep breathing into the belly. Diaphragmatic breathing. You can feel this opening you up from the inside out, nice and steady. Find where you want to be, where you're getting the most out of this pose. Maybe the hands walk a little bit forward a couple inches. Maybe they need to come back a couple inches. But as you breathe on this side, you can feel the whole right side from hip up under the armpit, up under the chest, just opening with the breath. And then you can control the intensity of this with how deeply you draw in the breath. It's a gentle twist, but a very effective one. Last exhale here. Inhale, finding your way back around to how we were. Knees up, fingertips out to the sides, palms supporting you behind you, and then side to side this way. Nice and loose through the hips again. Whew. After the shaking, we're really shaking it out, man. Really good for this time of year when the weather's changing and we can be really susceptible to colds and things, that we get that lymph moving. We've done a lot today to open and strengthen and move the lymph. And as the legs come to the left, right knee stacks on top of the left, we'll flip, rotating around, framing on either side of the mat, either side of the chest, and then long, deep breathing here. You can control the intensity with your breath. You take bigger, fuller, deeper breaths, and you're going to get more of a twist, opening from the inside. If you're breathing shallowly, you might not feel it. Relax the abdomen and allow the breath to be invited in a little bit more deeply. You're not going to get it wrong. It's okay. Be in your body. Be with the breath. Last exhalation here. Inhale brings us back around to front. Exhale, let the legs go long. Another little windshield wiper of the legs. Now up and down of the knees. And we'll lie back, leaving the left leg long. Curl that right knee into the chest. Give it a nice squeeze. This is actually called wind relieving pose. So Apanasana, So if that happens, let it happen. It's what it's supposed to do. And then letting that right leg go long. Drawing that left leg in this time, giving it a nice squeeze. Keeping the breath going. So Apanasana, if you remember me talking about Apana last week, the winds that release, Apanasana is exactly that. It's a posture for releasing the winds. Beautiful. Allow the legs to go long. Palm faces up by the waist. And a nice gentle surrender back into that trustful release. Feeling differently than we began. The eyes are closed, the breath is smooth, and nothing else is required of us. Just ease and rest. Surrender and release. Be with the breath. Feel the benefit of the practice. Allow the mind to be still and calm as you can. Maybe even just focusing the mind on the breath. Feeling the sensations of the breath coming in and out of the body. Feeling that sense of completion from season. Feeling the sense of completion from this practice. And knowing that we're transitioning, but now is a time for rest. These moments of rest on our backs after practice are equally, if not more important, than the actual movement itself. After we open and rearrange ourselves, we need time to integrate. As one cycle completes, we need time to adjust and move forward into the new cycle. We need space, we need rest, we need a place where we can feel safe and at ease in order to recoup and regroup. This space is sacred. Your breath is holy. Let this sacred, holy space guide you into deeper and deeper ease in yourself and in your life. Couple more minutes of absolute surrender. taking the thumbs, gently rubbing them over the other fingertips one at a time. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, rotating the wrists and rotating the ankles. And a big inhale, hands long, stretch, reach into the heels, stretch into the hands overhead. And exhale, curling on to your right side to take a round of cleansing breath there. And making your way up to a comfortable seat. Blanket or block underneath of you, getting nice and cozy. Hands coming together at the heart center in Anjali Mudra. Prayer pose. And an inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch overhead. I am happy. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch overhead. I am healthy. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch. I am holy. Exhale, hands landing at the heart center. Out loud, repeat after me. I embody grace so fully that all who I meet feel its presence. Hands to the forehead center. The light in me recognizes the light in you, seeing it and knowing it as exactly the same light. Namaste. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you guys all for a fantastic class. If you're live with me at Zoom right now, I'll come over and I'll unmute and we can have any questions and discussion needed. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Give the video a like if you like it. Make sure you subscribe. These classes are going to be coming up all the time, as well as my Kundalini classes and my meditations. So I'll see you guys around the campus, and I'll come over and mute in a second. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Sat Nam.